Hello everyone, welcome to this Tech Word to my channel. Here in this video, we are going to know about the introduction of four-stroke petrol engine and diesel engine. The four-stroke petrol engine and diesel engine are commonly a type of internal combustion engines used in the vehicles. These work on a series of four distant pistons moving, providing an efficient power for car, truck, and other machineries. For four-stroke petrol engine and diesel engine. Classical example for four-stroke engine is a Toyota Carman, a popular mid-size sedan. The engine is a car operated through an four-stages cycle: intake, combustion, power, and exhaust. This cycle repeated continuously to power the vehicle's motor. Similarly, the ceramic diesel engine found in many heavy-duty trucks also follow the four-stroke principle through with some key differences in the comparisons power stroke comparing to the gasoline engines. Principles of operation here that involves intake stroke, combustion stroke, power stroke, and exhaust stroke. Intake stroke is also known as a suction stroke. Now, intake stroke. During this stroke, the piston moves downwards and creates a vacuum that draws a mixture of air and the fuel through an open intake valve. This is only for a petrol engine. Diesel engine a free take stroke. Air intake. The piston moves downwards, creating a lower pressure area that allows the intake valve and to open and draw the mixture of air and fuel for the petrol engine. Whereas in the diesel engine, a fuel injector is injected. In the petrol engine, the fuel is injected into the cylinder, while the diesel engine, the air is compressed first before the fuel is injected. The valving time. The time of intake valve opens and closes critically for an efficient fuel and air mixture for formation of an volumetric efficiency. Going into the next stroke, the compression stroke. The piston then moves upwards, compressing the air and fuel mixture in the cylinder, preparing for the ignition. Here, the piston moves upward by creating an compression in the chamber, increasing the pressure and temperature. The valves close during the compression stroke. The both intake and exhaust valves are closed and trapped for compression. Increased pressure. The compression of the mixture increases its pressure, preparing for the power stroke when the spark plug ignites the mixture. Moving on to the power stroke, the compression mixture is ignited, causing a rapid expansion of the gases that pushes the piston backwards and converts the energy into an useful work. Let's go for next slide. In this, we are going to know about power stroke completely. The piston goes downwards, moving downwards. The intake of valve prevents airflow and the fuel intake. Combustion stroke, the fuel ignition and expansion of gases. During the power stroke, the pistons moves downwards and the air-fuel mixture ignites. The rapid expansion of the gases pushes the piston downwards. The transformation of energy is in crankle shift and the drive is rotated. Rotates the engine. That intakes the valve remaining closes and prevents the airflow mixture into entering in the cylinder at this stage. At last, the exhaust stroke will appear. In this exhaust stroke, the exhaust valve will be open for allowing the burned gases to escape from the cylinder. The piston moves downwards. The piston moves downwards, pushing the exhaust gases out through an open exhaust valve. Cylinder pressure cylinder pressure drops. The pressure inside the cylinder drops as the exhaust are expeded. In the exhaust stroke, the final stage of the four-stroke engine, it is responsible for removing the combusted gases from the cylinder, preparing for the engine for next intake stroke or a suction stroke. This process of ensuring an effective operation and preventing the buildup of an harmful emission. Going on to the difference between the petrol and the diesel engine. Now you have known about the four different strokes of engine which are performed both in petrol and diesel engine. But what is the difference in that? We are going to know about this here in this fuel type, ignition, efficiency, and the power output. The Petrol engine uses the high validity fuel, whereas the diesel engine uses the less flame and heavy fuel oil. Ignition. The petrol engine uses the spark plug for igniting the air in a fuel mixture, whereas the diesel engine uses the heat generated by an combustion of an ignition fuel. Efficiency. The diesel engine generated more efficiency than the petrol engine, resulting in the better fuel economic and low emissions. Power output. Diesel engines typically produce the more torque and produce the than the petrol engine. The torque produced more than the petrol engine of the same size, making the better suitable for the heavy duty applications. The advantages and disadvantages of four-stroke diesel engine or the petrol engine. Efficiency. The four-stroke engines are more efficiency, converting the more of the fuel energy into an unusable power compared to the two-stroke engine. Lower emission. The four-stroke cylinders result in a lower emission of pollutants like carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons. Smooth operations. The four-stroke diesel engine provides a smoother and more consistent power delivery, making the engines quite more comfortable for operations. Complex designs. The additional valves, cam, camshaft, and other components of the four-stroke diesel engine or the petrol engine make more complex and cost manufacturing for the maintenance. Maintenance of services. Regular maintenance, performing regular oil changes, filter replacements, and the turning up of keeping your engine running smoothing and efficiency. The professional inspections, the quality manufacturing inspections, and your engine periodically to identify and potential issues before that comes to a major problem. Replacing the consumable fuel filters and air filters and combustible components, recommending the manufacturing, ensuring the optimum performance. Coming to the end of this slides, here I'm going to show and at last I thank you all.